So, looks like healing is pretty broken this patch. There is a lot of stuff that's going into this build to give it a crazy amount of healing power, and I'm going to talk about all of it, and of course we've got some PvP commentary, there's a build breakdown at the end, and, would you know, an execute montage to start off the beginning of the video. Now, let's talk about what's going on with this build. Number one, we got the Vampire's Vestments. This is great for a couple reasons. Mostly because it gives all that additional lifesteal, but on top of it, it gives us some mana drain so we can take advantage of the additional damage that Abyss deals. There you see a huge 6.2k execute. I mean, it's not that huge, but that guy was basically a tank, and we were able to just chew through him with this build. Now, Great Axe itself actually has quite a lot of lifesteal baked in, and Rapier does have lifesteal through Leeching Flurry. So the Vampire Vestment is just kind of stacking, oh my god, another execute. Just kind of stacking a little bit more lifesteal on top of what we already have. And it is quite a bit of additional supplementary healing. Honestly, I really felt like this build had a crazy amount of heal and sustain power. And of course, on the Vampire's Vestment, I've put that new Vital Synergy perk. This is a big deal, not only for the lifesteal, but it is impacting all of our healing, including potions, and we'll get to that in just a second, but that perk is crazy OP. The stamina recovery, the healing, oh my god, it is like a very noticeable increase in your healing power. And then let's talk about the last thing, and this one is, you know, not just an OP perk they added, this is some secret tech that I figured out just yesterday. So, if you look at the potions now, it says when you drink a survival potion, like a regen or health potion, it puts your other survival potions on an 80% cooldown. In the patch notes, it also stated that this cooldown is independent from things like Refreshing Toast, so you can't get it to be lower than 80%. The Refreshing Toast has no effect. So I thought to myself, hey, let's just try using Endless Thirst and see how it goes. Oh my god, it works with Endless Thirst. So not only do you get that crazy 33% additional healing power from Endless Thirst, but you get to have your potions on an 80% cooldown. It is freaking nuts. If you look, I just drank one of my potions there, and it puts my other regen potion on a 19-second cooldown. This is with Endless Thirst on. And the healing power that this build has is nuts. Like, if we use a regular health potion on this build, we can literally heal 10k health with that potion in one drink. It's crazy. The regen potion is healing over 15k in total, and then the burst regen, which is the second potion I'm actually using in this fight, is healing around 12.5k. So, yeah, needless to say, you guys can see in the gameplay here, oh, that poor guy jumps down, he just gets roasted by the Rapier. But you can see in the gameplay here, this build has crazy healing power. It has such a good ability to just keep itself going. And we're in light armor. We take quite a lot of damage on a build like this. And there's that nice execute, and he ends up popping the Phoenix. We all know what that means. But damn, I've got a bit more footage for this video for you guys today. We'll get into that PvP commentary. There was a lot to say, though, at the beginning. So without further ado, let's get started. This is all kind of one long fight here. I just clipped out some Zergy stuff that happened in between. But for the most part, we haven't taken the death yet, and we've just kept on running around trying to kill people with our Great Axe here. We get on top of the musket guy who's standing up there. George, you're not getting away. We try to get towards him with the Great Axe. There's the light attack, the second light attack. Oh man, you know, Rapier has just absolute garbage light attack tracking. It's so nice to have the Great Axe just so we can stick to people with it and just kind of like open up the combo with that. We get a nice light attack on that next player there. Unfortunately, he manages to just squirrel away. He drinks his potion, but I get a flurry, and I think a friendly put a little bit of damage in there too, and we just... holy. You know, not only does this build have crazy healing power, but I really like this combo, and it is so nice to have the high damage on it that I was just missing when I would play this weapon combo in the past. So the Vampire's Vestment seriously is doing so many things for this build, and the red just keep pouring on in here. I find myself in a nasty spot. I quickly pop my ultimate, switch to the Rapier, we throw a flurry at nobody, we just miss entirely, but I get a lot of damage on one of the players there, and it looks like a friendly finishes him off with a fireball or something. This guy starts going for some parkour. I decide, okay, I'm gonna jump back down and just keep fighting down here. This guy's blocking my attacks. He blocks the execute at the last moment, but then he's out of stamina, and we just feed him the flurry, and he goes down. And yeah, we're just doing so much damage. This greatsword guy in onslaught stance, he's going to take a lot of damage from our build. He pops into the defensive stance here. I just end up missing almost everything on him. And we do manage to finish him off. Now I've got a couple shorter 1vx clips at the end here for you guys as well. I'll be honest, as I played this build, it felt a lot better, but I was super rusty on the Great Axe, so my first few fights today went really bad because I had to pretty much learn how to play Great Axe again. But, you know, learning to take advantage of that movement definitely made a big difference. I get on top of this guy here. Oh man, he's out of stamina, goes for the flamethrower, and there's that beefy 7.8k execute. He goes down. We just back up a little bit. We chug that potion. And I basically, when I'm playing this build, I'm just keeping both potions on rotation. Whenever I'm in a fight, I just drink the potion as soon as I can, and then switch to the other one. And we do great damage with the Rapier. And we managed to hit him with just a 5.7k execute, but we did take a lot of weaken, I think, from the spear there, and that's why it didn't do so much damage. And for the last fight that I have for you guys here today, there was a lot of chase that happened from a lot of enemy players. These are the two that ended up staying on top of me. I'm very low health starting at this fight, and just look at how quickly the health comes back. It's kind of insane. Now, we don't even have the Vital Synergy up there. We're healing 932 per tick. With Vital Synergy, we're healing over 1,000 per second. Absolutely crazy. We get a nice execute on this guy. Unfortunately, we don't get the crit, and he ends up surviving. But I just try to keep the pressure up. They just put more damage into me, and I chug that burst regen potion, and just look at the crazy healing power from this build. It's nuts. Like, it's not like I'm not taking damage here. I am definitely taking hits from these guys, and my health just shoots right back up. And the next potion is almost off of cooldown. We finish one player off, and I do end up chasing this guy down, but it takes like 3 minutes to catch him. Taking a look at the attribute points for this build, it is an intel build, but we want that 100 dex for the Rapier. 50 focus, a must-have for all the healing we have. It's just going to make it stronger. I would actually love to maybe do 200 con on this build. Nothing big here with the Rapier tree outside of what you guys normally see from me. Love that Rapier tree. The Great Axe tree, we go for a very Reaper-focused build as well. Just lots of focus into damage, critical damage, and of course, life stealing. And then let's take a look at the equipment I'm running here. I've got the Lucky Narwhal Tusk. Now, we could go for the new Penetration Gem instead of the Augmented Arboreal. I haven't tested which one is better. And then we've got Sundering Stacks on the Rapier, which is just massive. On the Abyss, I've gone with Mending Execute. You could go for a different perk here, but in the gameplay, you see how the Mending Execute kind of makes Execute not only a kill move, but a good utility / heal, so we can kind of stick that kill out and still win. I got 1 Vigor on that helmet as well, and then here is the Vampire Vestment. It comes baked in with Shirking Heals. We put Vital Synergy on it. Oh my god, such an incredibly good chest piece right now, especially for this build. And then Omnidirectional Evade on my gloves there. The Gorgon Pants, we've got Leeching Flurry. I like to have those two. I would maybe like to get Crippling Reap in here, but we would have to drop either the 1 Vigor or a Refreshing for it. Hasted Vigor on the boots, absolutely must have for PvP. Such a good perk. And then for the Amulet, I've actually switched to Divine Health and Shirking Empower because they did nerf Stamina Recovery. In the armor there, you saw I'm running Energizing Gems. Refreshing on the ring, just because I'm missing the last refreshing. And we're at Empower cap with the Great Axe. We're really close with the Rapier, so I thought, what the hell? Let's just go for refreshing on the ring. And then the Endless Thirst. I went with Regen as the final perk. It's up to you what you want to do here, but that is what's making these potions so strong. It is insane. 19-second cooldown, super high healing power. This is definitely going to catch on as the meta real soon. Then I've gone with the Heart Rune of Stoneform. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great night, everybody, and I'll see you next time.